Sighs, a mix of relief and weariness. People always ask me, how did you know it was time to leave? But the real question, the one that haunted me for years, was how did I even get there in the first place? It's a story I haven't told many people, but I think it's time. It's the story of how I walked into and then barely crawled out of a bad marriage. It all started so perfectly. That's the trap, isn't it? The meeting. I was at this little independent bookstore downtown, my happy place. I was reaching for a book on a high shelf, and of course, it was just out of my grasp. Suddenly, this hand reaches over mine, grabs the book, and passes it to me with this killer smile. "Looks like we have similar taste," he said. And just like that, I was hooked. He was charming, handsome, and he read the same obscure authors I did. It felt like kismet, like the universe had written this scene just for me. Our first few dates were straight out of a movie. We talked for hours, losing all track of time. He listened, really listened, or so I thought. He'd remember tiny details I'd mention and bring them up later. He made me feel like the most fascinating person in the world. He'd say things like, "I've never met anyone like you," and "You're so different from other women." At the time, I heard special. Now I hear isolating. He slowly started pointing out flaws in my friends, little comments about how they didn't get me the way he did. He'd say my family was a bit too overbearing, and because I was so high on the romance of it all, I started to believe him. I started pulling away from my support system, all while thinking I was just getting closer to him. Then came the courting phase, which quickly turned into cohabiting. He was so eager for us to move in together. He called it the next logical step, a sign of his commitment. He'd shower me with affection, then suddenly turn cold if I wanted a night out with my friends. It was like a switch would flip. One minute he was the man from the bookstore, the next he was a stranger with ice in his eyes. He'd say, "Why do you need them when you have me?" He'd get jealous if a male colleague's name even came up. He'd check my phone, not aggressively at first, but with a playful curiosity that felt anything but. Living with him was like walking on eggshells that were constantly being moved around. The man who once made me feel like the center of the universe now made me feel like I was a planet constantly in the wrong orbit. My world became smaller and smaller until it was just the four walls of our apartment and him. His approval became the sun I revolved around, and I was always asterisk in the shade. The charm that once captivated me became a tool to manipulate me. The intense focus he gave me became surveillance. The man I thought I was building a life with was actually dismantling mine, piece by painful piece. People saw the wedding photos, the happy couple. They didn't see the silent arguments, the nights I cried myself to sleep, the constant gnawing anxiety. The beginning of our marriage was the end of my story, but it wasn't the end of me. It was just the end of a chapter. And realizing that I could still write the next one was the beginning of my escape.